Welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. We are back. It's your boy Dirty D.
It's your boy Tech Daddy.
It's Queen Bee.
And Ben.
Hi.
You didn't have to introduce yourself at some point.
Yeah, I'm tired of doing this for you. It's ridiculous. It's damn ridiculous. Anyways, welcome to Acquired Taste Podcast. We are a history-based podcast. If you are new, we do some history, we do some mystery, some music here and there. Some suggestions from listeners. Sometimes.
Have we done a suggestion?
It's been a while, actually.
Yeah. Well, we haven't really gotten.
I really haven't. Yeah, we haven't got one in a while either. Actually, I mean, our list we have like 4 pages of content yet to actually do. Yeah. So, I mean, our it's a lot going on there.
The job is never done.
No, honestly, we record as much as we possibly can. Mm-hmm. I mean, we probably could record more often, but I mean, we need our us time too, though. So
we could literally record forever because history will just never run out.
Like, I mean, literally every day is history.
Yeah. Look at TJ being a philosopher all of a sudden.
Philosophizing.
Fucking Socrates over here.
We will be here forever.
That's about right. So yeah, if you're a new listener, we also do about 15 to 20 minutes of some banter to get us warmed up, and then we dive into the topic. So if you are here for the topic of the day, you can always fast forward, or you can listen to us chop it up for a minute. We are kind of funny. If you are a returning listener, thanks for the support. We, of course, appreciate it. We are almost on our 3rd year, which is crazy to say out loud.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for almost 3 years now.
Pretty wild.
So much has happened. Mm-hmm. But you all have been rocking with us for 3 years now, so that's pretty dope. We of course appreciate it. We of course hope you all are having a great day. Make sure you drink some water, and of course you get your Warrior kisses.
That's
nice. It's good stuff right there.
It's been a while.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
it has been a little while. We record a lot. We're still a bit ahead of school. What's up, B?
I left our gummies downstairs.
Oh yeah, I saw those. Did she like me to leave those down here?
No, I meant to bring them up here. I forgot about them.
Should I go get them?
Yeah.
I mean, you can. Hang on, let me mute your mic before you start taking off. Oh, and you hit a different mic, and you smacked. I muted his mic so that it wouldn't make like a loud noise when he got to move, and he just smacks Ben's mic instead.
I swear that is when we need video. I'm so mad we didn't have that on video.
It was that close. It was that close.
Damn.
I knew the shit up.
That's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, gummies, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, I think like the past few weeks, obviously since we don't have video, you can't see this, but the past few weeks, they've been bringing snacks.
There we go.
You're the band guy. And you've had 2 mic collisions in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything being the bad guy. Like I'm agile. That doesn't.
It means I hold you to a standard that I arbitrarily made up in my head.
He's just natural around audio equipment. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what he's
Audio's all he's got. Look at him eyes.
You know what was funny? I played a show. This matinee show.
Oh, that is a helicopter flying right above.
Yeah,
that's so loud.
That can't be a train. That was loud.
Yeah, that was a helicopter flying directly above my home.
That Instagram reel is accurate.
But yeah, I was playing a show at a Cabra Lounge. Cabra.
There you go.
Wow.
English.
Cobra Lounge.
Chupacabra Lounge?
At the Cabra Lounge. And the sound guy was like, sometimes there's no gray area with sound guys. They're either really nice or they're fucking assholes. There's no in between. And with drummers, they're always dicks because it's a lot of mics. It's fucking 7 mics, you know what I mean? So if you have a big drum set, they have more work to do. I don't have a big drum set, but I do use a drum machine. And I was like, hey, I need a little DI box. It's just a box that you can plug your cable in that goes to his PA system. And he looks at me and he was like, you don't have, it wasn't a 1/4-inch cable. It was a different cable. I was like, no, I use a 1/4 inch. And he's like, oh, I guess I'll just go on the back and dig around and look for one. And I was like, And then he like walks away and like goes and he comes back. And by the time he comes back, I realizes that I forgot a cable for just to power the fucking thing. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Probably not even going to use it tonight. He looked at me. He goes, that's really cool. I'm glad I just spent about 10 minutes in the back looking for that. Man, I was like trying so hard not to laugh because I was like, he's going to fuck me, like, because he controls the sound.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty funny though.
It's good stuff, man. So that's your story for now. What's the question for the day, dude?
Oh, yeah. I've wanted to ask this question. I don't think I've ever asked this on the podcast ever in 3 years, which is surprising. But name top 3 pet peeves that you guys have. Doesn't have to be particular to anything. Just like...
Do you know how difficult this is?
I was having a hard time with this one, too. Because there are so many things that, like, I think about. I'm like, does that bother me? Not really. Like... bothers me a little bit, but not that much.
Do you guys want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I can go first.
Yeah.
Number one, and this one, this is one of those ones where I'm like, you shouldn't be mad at people for this, but I do not like when people walk slow.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely on my list.
Sure.
And I'm mad at them all the time.
Like it could be grocery store, like at work, at the gym, doesn't fucking matter. Like if I'm en route to something and I got to go somewhere and someone's just fucking dilly-dallying around, can't take it.
See, I don't have a problem with slow walkers because I really don't walk that fast myself. I just have a long enough stride that I get away with it. But I hate people that drive slow though.
Yeah,
like if you're in the far left lane on the highway, that lane is for felonies, and that's it.
I don't even care about the left
or
lane.
just like
any
driving,
lane.
Just like driving
keep a
under the
pace.
speed limit in general.
Yeah.
So, if you're under the speed
crazy.
limit, that's
just
fair.
keep a
But
pace.
like if you're going under 80 in the far left lane, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know
Lane
what
is
it
for crime.
I don't
It
know.
is for crime.
I don't know what it is with 8094 lately, but people in the right hand lane are all doing under for whatever reason.
Okay.
When I'm coming home from work,
Sure.
and everything, they're not sure what exit they're going to take, and going slower is going to make that better.
They're enjoying the highway while they don't have to pay tolls.
Oh,
They can
yeah,
fuck
that shit is fucking crazy. By the way, so like, it's funny you brought that up though, because it's something I've been wondering. Because maybe it's just my car, because my car has like low profile tires, so it might be just a my car issue. But like, you know how they redid the highway and put the grooves in there for it's supposed to be for what's that?
If you fall
Hydroplaning.
asleep. Oh, the hydroplaning one.
Yeah, the hydroplaning ones, which they added out here by us.
Drainage. There.
But do you feel
there we go. I
like
was
you get
searching
caught
for the
on those
word.
things?
I feel like I don't have traction on those things.
I feel like I get caught on those things. Like
Interesting.
I get in one of the grooves and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't get out of it. Like I can, but like I feel like I'm stuck there.
Interesting.
It's a weird feeling.
That is, like for me, it feels like my car loses traction. So like I'm about to like slide off, like I'm about to fly off the fucking road.
That's weird.
Like I feel like I feel unsafe when I drive a certain speed, which is unsafe. But still, I used to feel safe when I was driving unsafe speeds. But yeah, now I just like it's again. I think it's because my car has such low. The tires are smaller.
Okay.
So maybe it's a me thing. That's what I was asking. I never brought this up
I
before.
can't say I've ever
That makes
perceived
sense.
that.
Okay, well you have a truck.
Yeah,
though.
that's why I feel like it maybe is leaning towards your tire argument.
Because I'm buying another car.
Yeah.
Well, I'm buying a secondary car soon enough. And that's going to have bigger tires. So I'm wondering if when I've noticed a difference.
Yeah, when I get behind one of those slow assholes on the right lane that I was talking about, I have no problem breaking loose. Did it 3 times a day.
Like I fly just fine, but it just feels like I just like the feeling of almost hydroplaning is what I feel like every time I'm driving.
That is awful.
It is not okay.
terrifying.
I hate it.
That's terrifying.
Absolutely hate it.
Yeah, no, that is.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I can't
So
say
that is my other pet peeve. There we go.
I can't say
Okay,
I've
sure.
ever
All right.
Whoever
that.
did that shit.
Now again.
What's your number 2?
Stirring the pot a little bit. Number 2 is when somebody burps audibly, but they force it out to make it like
Louder.
loud. And like it's like man shit that you hear. I fucking hate audible
Not only
man
that-
noises in like public. It literally like makes me feel violent. It's like, it like hits a fucking gear inside of me where like I'm like grinding my teeth and I'm like I'm gonna fucking hit him.
Dude, you know who does that? Alina.
Oh yeah.
Every time
It's no
she
good.
burps, she tries to turn it into like this massive belch.
Mm.
And I'm like, dude, chill out.
Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday,
You can just
Sunday.
burp like a
DJ versus
normal person.
Melina.
And she was just here, so that makes it so much
She
worse.
was just here.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. It's like you can burp like a normal person. It's fine.
Not on my watch. No. Yeah, but that drives me crazy. There's a guy I work with, like right across from me, and like it was a couple years ago. Like I couldn't take it. Couldn't fucking take it anymore because it's like every day. It's like sometimes like we're clocking in and then he just lets this huge one out, and I'm like, dude, it is 5:53 in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
What the fuck
I
are you
don't
doing,
disagree
dude?
with you. I just don't know what the time has to do with it.
It's early.
It's early.
I haven't even started.
I get that, yeah.
I don't want to be there. There's a lot of things that
I
has
guess
to-
because I agree with you, not to your level necessarily, where it's on my list, but I agree with you. I guess I'm saying I just feel it's just too early for that at all times.
like it should at least be a fucking misdemeanor in my eyes.
Yeah.
There
You should
are-
get ticketed.
There are
for
certain
fucking-
smells that really bother me sometimes. And if I smell like a belch, if someone belches at me and I smell
Yeah.
it, I'm just like, oh God.
I didn't.
Like, I burp a lot, but I don't blow it at people. That's just weird.
Yeah.
I didn't belch until I was 28.
That's interesting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious.
Why? Why not?
I don't know. I just never could. It would get to like about here and just not progress, and it would eventually just dissipate.
Maybe you just have an extra teat throat.
Okay. This is going to turn into a Patreon episode really quickly.
Hey, Brandy's calling me a bitch. Blues Clues
What
over
would
here.
ever give you that idea?
Oh, jeez. You know, another one of mine, and this has drove me nuts ever since I was younger. Driven me nuts ever since I was younger. People that talk on their cell phones on speakerphone
Oh, you've
100%.
mentioned
in
this before.
public. I have.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, we
This is a
talked about
conversation we had because I
Yeah,
listened to
that
speakers
was-
out loud.
that
in the
was an
gym.
intro.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was an intro. We
Yeah,
all
it-
agreed there.
It to this day, I want to take your phone and fucking crush it in my hand, like, and then crush you shortly afterwards.
Yeah.
If you say anything back to me about it, because your phones are designed to put to your ear.
See,
It's
I
simple.
hate putting my phone to my ear. I hate doing that with a passion. I will either talk on speakerphone or I'll put in my AirPods.
So it's
I
me and DJ
cannot-
versus you and Belita. I'm telling me.
I cannot put my, but if I'm in public, I'll put in my AirPods.
Okay, sure.
I just can't like hold the phone to my face. It just feels wrong.
Okay.
It also makes me break out. Like I'll break out right here if I'm
I do.
like-
I do feel that because
Yeah.
if I do have a call and I don't have AirPods in, I'll hold the phone in front of my
Yes.
face.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, at home I'm on a speakerphone. Like if I'm in the comfort of my own home
sure.
by myself,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'll call my mom. And, like I'll be like typing something on my computer and like talk to my mom. Like that's fine.
It is
'Cause I'm at
so-
home alone.
It is so uncomfortable to hold your phone up to your ear. Like I don't know what the deal is. I just can't do it anymore.
So we had me and DJ, you, Belita. 4 people enter, 2 people leave.
Celebrity death.
Just saying.
I'm ready.
Yeah, because like
I have you guys know this one right here. Whatever that one's the best.
The hearts.
oh, looks like they got some kind of coating on them.
These
So-
hearts. Yeah,
some,
they have sugar.
Oh, I'll have one in a minute.
I thought about this a good long while,
There we go.
and it's
I'll
probably
have one now.
I know you did.
and it would
Around.
and it'd probably change in 20 minutes if I thought about it again. Because, yeah.
All right, let it rip.
But
Ready?
yeah, number one is being touched during conversation. And what I mean by that, would you scoot into me,
Yes,
please?
absolutely.
Uh-oh.
What I mean by that is, especially if you're a stranger and I don't know you, and you're telling a joke, or not even telling a joke, but trying to tell me about something, and you have to give me one of those
Oh yeah, I know. what you
every
mean.
other sentence,
I don't
because
mind it here and there, but if people do it excessively, I don't like it.
I mind it. What DJ said, felony.
Yeah.
Straight to jail.
That's step one, because no matter what, there's something in the back of my mind that, and I think it might be something from my dad, honestly, where like this asshole's trying to sell me on something, whether it's a story or liking
Yeah,
him
check
in
your pockets
general.
after that, you're like,
Or no, not even that, but just like no matter what, I see it as a physical manifestation of somebody trying to get you to go along with whatever it is they're saying. They're
Yeah.
trying to compel you
Yeah.
in what they're saying, and they're a shitty salesman, and I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Also, I just don't like being touched.
It's a really good thing you're not a girl.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because these dudes always be touching us, trying to sell us on their penis.
Okay, turn this to a Patreon episode real quick.
Yeah.
And it
But-
just it
Yeah, and
that's-
I agree with both of your points on that. Actually, I feel like that always drives me nuts. It always happens when people are drunk.
yeah.
Like I hate strangers touching me. I hate drunk strangers
There
touching
are
me
a
even more.
few specific people that I'm thinking of that do this that I won't name on the podcast, but
Yeah, after this though, please revisit this. I'm curious after we're done recording.
My number two is beard commentary. I don't give a fuck if you just shaved yours yesterday. I do not care. I don't care what it used to look like. I don't care what you used to have. I don't care that you wish you could grow mine. I don't fucking care. Nobody does.
So, like, do you feel the same about tattoos then, Deej?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Sometimes, because sometimes I get into good conversations about, but it really, because like it's like
I feel the difference there is it's personal choice.
yeah, or
Obviously,
like-
personal and artistic choice.
like recently somebody came up to me and by looking at my tattoo knew the artist who did it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
incredible.
I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Like, you know, because it was a very, very good artist who did it. And that was a conversation I was like, let's
So-
fucking.
I like talking to people
you know,
about their
I had a
tattoos.
similar
It's hit or miss. You know?
I had a similar conversation and a similar answer and everything. I'm serious. So how did you grow it? How'd you do it? You know, blah blah blah. It's God. And just get the hell away from me. I don't
Jesus Christ.
There was one time I told a guy to plug his nose and push.
I'm just thinking of all the times that somebody was like, yeah, I had a pretty nice beard once.
Dude, you would
know?
you would be surprised. Like when we all went out more, it was every other weekend easily. Every other weekend. Like, oh, I just shaved yesterday. Cool. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, I went out the last weekend. I saw Aaron and these guys. I think it was, what was it? Charcuterie? I think it was like Beano night or something.
Yeah.
I just missed it. But there was a drunk dude who started talking to me about tattoos, and I had somehow passed him on to somebody else.
Oh, yeah, that dude. That dude fucking sucked.
Yeah. I felt
better?
that
Did he?
in
Dude,
my fucking chest. I felt that.
There is.
Jesus.
Because he started talking to me about tattoos before you got there. And then he showed up, and I immediately walked away. So, like, yeah, perfect.
Did he have a lot of tattoos, or did
He had like I think his arm might have been done. Like one of his arms was done, his other arm wasn't.
Yeah.
Which is fine, whatever. I mean, I don't have that many, I don't think, until I look at DJ. I'm like, I don't have that many tattoos because of DJ. Thank you.
You know how
So-
this man started the conversation? He was like, hold on, let me ask you something. And then he proceeded to take 3 minutes to,
Oh, God,
to do
oh,
this,
no.
to take his sleeve off. And then he was like,
Ugh.
does this tattoo suck?
Oh yeah, because I was still
And
standing
that's
next to
when
you.
you say, "Yeah, man,
Yeah,
what happened to
I
you?"
was like,
If you have to broach the issue like that,
Yeah, I
You want me
remember that.
to-
I was still standing next. I was still standing there when it happened because
Yeah.
we both had that spot done. And by the way, it does fucking suck, but it's not the point. I don't ever want to do it again.
yeah, it's
but,
just like, why do you start the conversation like that?
but yeah, that
You know?
dude fucking sucked. He was a terrible human being, and I hope he gets hit by a bus.
Yeah, I
Damn.
hate that dude.
Oh, dude, he was like he was a douche in every model of douche.
Okay.
Like racist.
Ugh.
He bragged a lot. He wanted to gamble.
Okay, yeah,
Tried to poke at me like, oh, we want to play pool? I'm like, no, I'm good, man.
Let's get a bus
It's like
over
I'll
here.
play you for on a bus. I'm like, dude, I don't want to play pool. So man, what's better? You know,
I
have
hate
it.
that. I hate
Like,
that. I hate that.
not that I'm doubting your story anyway. I'm just like, this is the most incongruent mind I've ever heard. So racist, but wanted to challenge you at pool.
I mean, my money's still green as the next guy.
Well, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't. That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, he sucked.
Yeah.
Like, because the person he was with is a friend of mine.
Okay.
So he was like trying to be like buddy and shit, but at the same time, like talk to another buddy of mine who was white and say some other shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he wasn't racist to my face. He did it behind my back, like most of them do,
That's still
because they're cowards.
still so strange.
But yeah, it was that dude sucked.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Anyways.
suck, at least be consistent. I guess is
He
the message,
sucked in
you know?
every facet of suck that you could suck, and he was also real drunk. So it was the worst type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was looking real salty at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, he was so sauced. He was
Yeah.
real saucy. And he was talking shit about my buddy who threw up there. He really can't handle his alcohol. And I'm like, dude, it happens to the best of us,
I
man.
gave his like girlfriend a hug by, and like,
Yeah.
I could see him just drunk staring at me.
Oh, yeah,
and
he
I
had
was
that
like,
1,000
oh,
stare.
he's gonna fucking lay into her tonight. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be an argument.
oh,
She's
and
not gonna
he was
escape
jealous
from.
of her talking to other people too.
Yeah, that's no
Because she
good.
knew other people there.
It's no good.
How dare she?
What?
How dare she?
I know, right? How dare she have friends?
How dare
That's
she
a-
know people?
Right?
That's a domestic fucking dispute waiting to happen right
I
there.
hope she kicks his ass.
Fuck.
God bless the region
Bad
news source.
boys.
We'll find out about it.
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah. Which, by the way, did you guys see Harriet the Spy died?
Yeah.
Ain't
Michelle
that some-
Trachtenberg.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Yeah.
Not to detract, but that just that
Not to Detractenberg.
Brandy, have you said any of your pet peeves yet?
I haven't said my third yet. Brandy's happiness.
Oh shit!
Jeez.
I brought you gummies.
I didn't take any. I'm completely guilt free.
I'm smashing these motherfuckers. See, now I want to mix them together.
Well,
There you go.
No, I don't think Brandy did answer.
no. The only one that I could really think of that really, really bothers me is, and I see this online a lot. I see this online constantly. It's when people use the phrase, like, they say, what or how something looks like, or how something feels like.
Can you give me an example?
So like someone will post a selfie and they'll be like, how I look like in the morning.
Oh, you're just
And
talking
I'm
poor
like-
grammar?
Yeah, that's-
or
It's not even just grammar. Grammar doesn't really bother me most of the time. It's just specifically this instance.
specific setting.
Because it doesn't make sense. You say either like what I look like or how I look. You don't say how I look like. It makes no sense.
okay.
I thought
But
I'm getting
see
a nosebleed.
I see it,
I mean,
right? But I see it constantly on the internet. People post shit like that all the time. Or like how it feels like when my mom tells me to clean my room or like whatever, shit like that, like memes and whatever. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. You're going to see it everywhere now, and I'm sorry for that.
Yeah,
I
you're
just-
just ruining the internet again.
I really,
I just abhor bad grammar. Just in general.
grammar doesn't bother me that much. And like, I feel like it should because I was an English major and I work in marketing and whatever. But like one thing you kind of learn in higher education in that field is that language is fluid and it's constantly changing. And even like words that our parents were like, that's not a word. It's
Well,
a
they are
word
now.
It's in the dictionary.
Well,
so find
yeah.
me.
But still punctuation. Like, that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like-
Stuff like that doesn't bother me that
Yeah,
much.
punctuation and logical sentences.
I want to know your thoughts on the Oxford comma after this.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you right now.
I get into it with my coworker about the Oxford comma all the time.
Jeez. I was making a joke. I didn't think that was actually going
How do you feel about it?
spark a conversation.
If I'm remembering it correctly, pro.
Okay, good.
Wait,
Yeah,
explain
so-
this
That's
to me.
interesting. We agree on it.
Because
yeah, that is weird.
Take me through it.
Something. The one thing we agree on is
Right?
the Oxford comma.
Somebody explain to me what's going on.
Okay,
here.
so the Oxford comma is basically like if you have a list, if you're writing out a list. So you're like, I have to go to the grocery store and I have to get eggs, bread, juice, and milk. The Oxford comma would be the comma in front of the and. So after the second to last item in your list. Okay. And there are people who believe, like traditional grammar, I guess, says that you shouldn't use the Oxford comma because it's supposed to, like, you're supposed to use context clues or whatever to be able to decipher what the sentence means.
That's what the Greeks said when they
However-
didn't use punctuation at all.
However, I am a massive believer in, especially if you're reading something out loud, commas can often be used to as a visual indicator of pause, which
Yeah, that's
the
what you-
Oxford comma is hugely helpful.
That's what you do for a headline. It means and.
Yeah. And it's also like, there are a lot of, I can't think of any specific examples right now, but there's a lot of examples where the sentence just really doesn't make sense. It can take on an entirely different context without the Oxford comma. So, I don't know. Just I'm very pro Oxford comma. If anyone wants to fight me about it, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's funny because I'm actually, in most cases, I agree with you, except for the example that you gave.
I would have to
Like,
see
I
a
don't
few
use
examples.
it. Yeah, the comma before an and, I don't ever use. I think it's redundant.
I think it's fine to not use it, but I don't think people should be mad at people for using it
Sure.
in that specific
Yes.
scenario.
Don't go to college.
Yeah. You'll get mad about commas.
Yeah, you went to trade school. You did the right thing, Deej.
I didn't go to college. I'm still mad about it.
No.
You're in the trades as well. You chose wisely. We, however, made a mistake.
Okay, so with the Oxford comma, we invited the strippers, comma, JFK, comma, and Stalin. Without the Oxford comma, we invited the strippers, comma, JFK and Stalin.
Hell yeah.
That is why you need the Oxford
Yeah.
comma.
Well, that's a good turn.
Okay,
You get it?
that's a good example.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
There you go. You've learned something today.
I have.
There you go. That's it. That's the podcast.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
That's it. That's the episode. You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Right.
I definitely had my 2. I was struggling with my 3rd. I don't know.
Yeah, I think 2 is probably good.
Yeah, I think honestly we're at 25 minutes anyway, so let's probably dive into our. We all have to work in the morning.
My 3rd one is maybe just grammar on the internet.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's when you'll never win.
I never will, but pet peeves don't go away.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remembered my 3rd. But anyways, I'm gonna keep moving.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, and actually it's funny because of how this podcast usually goes. Punctuality, actually.
No.
I can't drives me fucking nuts.
That's definitely somewhere on that top 5 or 10 list.
If I'm ever late, it drives myself. I hate people waiting on me for anything. And I cannot stand waiting for people.
I was early today.
You were. I
was early as
I was
fuck
sitting in the
today.
dark playing video games, and I got the best. Me and Melina are here. I'm like, so not only you're at my house early, you brought Melina with you. Like,
none of that sentence makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to go. We were supposed to go to a crystal shop on our way here, and then she was just going to drop me off. But then the crystal shop was closed, and so we're like, well, guess we're just going to go to errands.
Yep. So here I am sitting on my couch playing video games, minding my own business in the dark, as one does. And like, oh, we're here. I'm like, So I don't know if you saw me, but I opened my door and I stood there for a minute. I'm like,
yeah.
And I closed my door immediately afterwards.
And you like turned the light on, and we're like, okay, we're going.
Yeah, I was completely unprepared for that.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Most are.
And then DJ's like, I'm not going to be here for 2 more hours.
Yeah, did you say 7:29?
He did.
He did. He
Okay.
sure
I
did.
meant to say 7:20.
Okay, that makes more sense.
One of the fucking it's like a joke my phone played on me. It's like your 0s are 9 now.
Your 0's a 9, and your spell check completely just killed itself.
Yeah, I feel like my Siri is literally evolved, and she just gives me shit all the time.
That's hilarious.
Like sometimes I'll be driving, and out of nowhere Siri will just go and I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, nothing. Like, and I'm just,
She's like,
what?
she's like, I just wanted to say you're a bitch.
Yeah.
DJ, never get a self-driving car. Just with your luck, never get. Because then you're going to hear Aaron's line of surprise, motherfucker, right before it takes you into a ditch or something.
He hacks my fucking car.
I would try. That's some funsies.
DJ just goes.
I would do it just to make him on time for shit.
Yeah, really. Hack his
The car
clock.
shows up without me.
Yeah.
Like, just like, not there. Musashi.
Right. Got Musashi. Jeez. You didn't know, like, I don't know if you guys ever knew the story about me and D. So we used to work out together for a few years ago. And I used to go to the gym on my way home from work. I would tell him the wrong time on purpose, so I didn't have to wait for him.
I do that to Melina.
I did that to my cousin. We went to a handgun class.
I would do it to him every day, though.
I literally got a text message from her because she was still going to be late.
Sure.
For the wrong time. And she texted me saying that she was going to be late. And I was like, it's fine. We got plenty of time. It's not for another half hour. And I got a text message back saying, I can't believe you did this to me.
Oh, that's great.
And she listens. So
that's great. I hope she hears this. Yeah,
she will.
That's good stuff. All right, let's get into our topic, man. Let's get into what we got going on there. Ben, you want to lead us off on this one?
Yeah, sure. A bunch of funny guys in robes, and they're not the Jedi.
Okay. That's it.
That's the show.
We're calling it.
Yeah, what's their pro Oxford comma? Anyway, we're talking about Vatican secret archives that are a little less interesting than I had hoped, but whatever.
Well, because
still
the
have fun with
Vatican
it.
That
secret
depends
thing.
who you ask, though.
Huh?
That depends who you ask.
Well,
though.
that's the other thing. They're open, but now you have to send ahead.
Like ahead?
No. Just send for what you want
You have to tell
ahead
them
of time.
what you want ahead
So
of time.
they're
I see.
open,
And make a request.
and
I see.
there are certain German years that
Oh, well, yeah. We actually briefly talked about that on the podcast before.
Yeah.
We talked about the missing Nazi gold and how the Vatican had a hand in it.
Yep.
yeah,
We sure
and
did.
there's some stuff they ain't letting go there. And can't
Well, I'm
imagine
sorry.
why.
The Nazi gold that they stole from the Jewish people that they took to the camps.
Yes. So, those archives.
Yeah.
Now officially known as the Vatican Apostolic Archives, is one of the most mysterious and historically significant collections of documents in the world. It has been the repository of the Catholic Church's most important records for centuries, holding state papers, papal correspondence, which is a fun word,
I love the word papal.
and and official decrees that have shaped global history. I can't hear papal without hearing Homer Simpson talk about their dog when he was dressed in robes, saying he thinks he's papal. One of my favorite Simpsons moments.
Fucking classic.
Now, this is kind of getting into what I was talking about, but despite its reputation for secrecy, the archives are not necessarily, air quotes, secret in the modern sense. The Latin word secretum in the original title translates more accurately to, quote, private or, quote, restricted, indicating that these documents were intended primarily for the Pope and church officials rather than the general public, which, what is the fucking difference? But nevertheless, its restricted access for centuries has fueled countless myths and conspiracy theories.
There's lots of those. Like, and I was actually hoping, like, when you first chose this up, there would be like a ton of them.
There's really not that many.
There's really not as many as I thought there would be.
No, I agree.
I was really thinking that there's got to be whistleblowers. Like, the Vatican's had to have had his Edward Snowden. Had to have. And I was lied to.
And like every time you hear of like something being hidden, everyone's like, "Oh, it's in the Vatican," or like whatever.
Right.
And, like, yeah, there's really not a whole lot of like deep rabbit hole stuff that I can find.
Well, maybe it's just subterfuge. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe they're tricking all of us.
Yeah.
I'm sure it exists. I'm sure those things are there and everything, but they just they're just really good at keeping people tight-lipped.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they just have their stuff together. Origins and early history. The origins of the Vatican's archival tradition date back to the early centuries of Christianity. The church, as a growing institution, needed to keep records of its decisions, letters, and doctrinal rulings. However, it wasn't until the Renaissance that the archives became a distinct organized collection. Early record keeping, 4th to 14th century. As early as the 4th century AD, the Catholic Church maintained records related to the theological disputes, canon law, and ecclesiastical decisions. I rehearsed that word.
Ecclesiastical?
Yes. And so that is a word I've read in my mind many times, but never said out loud.
Sure.
Until today.
I feel like me and Aaron have probably said it out loud.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm pretty sure I've been through this, actually. Yeah. That sounds real familiar to me.
I've definitely read it, dozens and dozens of times, but never spoke it.
It's referencing the biblical book of Ecclesiastes.
Oh, I know.
For listeners, but who don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, the listeners might not know.
Yeah. Some of these early documents were kept in what would eventually become the Vatican Library, established in 1475 by Pope Sixtus IV.
What a name!
Sounds like a Sith.
What a damn name!
It's the most fun name. He's got 2 numbers.
Yeah,
that's true. He sounds like a Dark Lord, obviously.
Sixtus.
Like, he sounds like something I need to kill with a lightsaber.
So when I read that name, what I actually thought of was, if the lizard people were real, that's your guy. That's your guy.
I got no debates to that. You're right.
Tell me you don't hear that.
like it's said in parcel tongue or something.
Yeah, tell me you don't hear that.
I feel that.
Sixtus.
It's good stuff right there.
I am Sixtus the IV. However,
he's got a lisp.
Obviously,
he has to. He has to.
He got bullied as a child.
And became a pope.
I'll have my revenge. I'll be a celibate pope.
But at least back then he had an army, though. That's pretty cool.
That's true. That's true. Still hilariously dressed. However, many records were scattered across different locations, making them difficult to access. In 1612, recognizing the need for a centralized archive, Pope Paul V.
Very boring name.
Yeah, so many Roman numerals.
We're coming from Sixtus to Paul.
Yeah,
Come on.
That's no fun.
Established the Archivum Secretum Vaticanum, which sounds like Looney Tunes. In 1612, this move consolidated the church's most sensitive and important documents under the Pope's direct authority ensuring their security and limiting outside access. The archives quickly became one of the most extensive collections of historical documents in the world, serving as the central repository for records related to church governance, diplomacy, and doctrine. Oh boy, overscrolled.
There you go.
Yeah, contents of the archives, meat and potatoes of it. So one, papal correspondence, again, fun word. The Pope, because I put that in bold for some reason, as the leader of the Catholic Church and all funny hats in the land, has historically engaged in extensive correspondence with monarchs, religious leaders, scientists, and political figures. These letters document the Church's influence on global events and theological discussions. Notable documents: letter from Pope Innocent III to King John of England, 1215. This document discussed the Pope's role in mediating disputes between the English monarchy and rebellious barons, which ultimately led to the creation of the Magna Carta. Pope Alexander VI, Bull Inter Cetera? Anyway, 1493, issued after Christopher Columbus's voyages. This decree divided the newly discovered lands between Spain and Portugal, shaping colonial history. So that one is important. Because if you ever wondered why Brazil speaks Portuguese and everything else speaks Spanish to the west, the line basically at the horn of South America, not Brazil's western border, but basically the whatchamacallit, the bit that makes it look like it fits into Africa.
Yes.
Right? That part. So
yeah, the boob.
Yeah. So basically a line right through that horn was Brazil. It was Brazil for a long time until it expanded, of course, just like us, westward.
Like a boob.
And so according to this decree or what have you, that was basically the Americas getting divided between the kingdoms of Portugal and Spain. So Portugal got rocked because everything east of that line was theirs. And so anything east of that line would speak Portuguese. If you look at the map,
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Everything is west of the line.
Your hand gestures just now.
I like to pull him at Mr. Burns every so often. They got excellent. They got rocked in that. Yep. So yeah, if you ever wondered, this is why, or the beginnings of why. Letters between Pope Pius XII and Adolf Hitler. 30s to 40s. These controversial letters still under study reveal diplomatic exchanges between the Vatican and Nazi Germany, raising questions about the Church's stance during World War II.
I wonder.
And I think more is known about the Hitler letters than are known about the Mussolini letters. I believe.
Okay.
I believe. And because obviously there's way more correspondence from the Vatican to Rome than there was Vatican to Berlin. Well, you would think at least.
Yeah.
So anyway, papal letters often dictated church doctrine, influenced international diplomacy, and served as instruments of political power. They also provided valuable insights into papal decision-making, particularly in times of crisis such as the Protestant Reformation, World War II, and the Cold War, etc. State and diplomatic papers. This is number 2. The Vatican has functioned as a diplomatic entity for centuries, engaging in negotiations with world powers. The archives contain treaties, agreements, and secret correspondences that have shaped European and global politics. Notable documents. The Treaty of Westphalia, which that sounds like what you're afraid of.
Westphalia?
No, DJ, the mega fallow, whatever the hell.
Oh, his phobia?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
what was that word?
Fucking megalomaniac.
I promise you it wasn't that.
What was it
It's
called?
an Incubus song.
Megalohydrothalassophonia?
Exactly what I said.
Nice.
Exactly. Well done. Well done.
I thought you just said West Philly. I'm like, we're talking about Fresh Prince right now or something? What's going on here?
Yeah, West Philly phobia.
I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, okay.
No.
Yep, I get it.
R.I.P. Uncle Phil.
Yeah, rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah, and
Indeed.
the Shredder.
And indeed, the voice of Shredder.
Yep. The Vatican's records contain letters from Pope Innocent X, who opposed the treaty again of Westphalia, because it reduced papal influence in European affairs. And then the papal concordat with Napoleon. There's a bunch of made up words in here. 1801, a pivotal agreement between Pope Pius the Seventh and Napoleon Bonaparte, reestablishing the Catholic Church in France after the French Revolution. Vatican negotiations with the Soviet Union. Documents reveal how Pope John the 23rd and Pope Paul the 6th engaged in secret diplomacy with communist leaders to improve conditions for Catholics behind the Iron Curtain. Does anybody have anything, or am I just steamrolling this? Or
I got some like just fun facts, but I'll do my shit at the end.
okay.
I've got one of those conspiracies that
I just don't want to steamroll through everybody's time.
So if you want to keep going with because you're just going over the facts,
Yeah.
then DJ do the fun facts. You can do some conspiracies after that, and I'll tell my story last.
Cool. I got
There we go.
one. I got one fun invention that might be in there.
Okay.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So cool. Okay. I'll
Is it
steam.
the toilet?
No,
No.
Fair enough. Carry on.
it's toilette. But
Yes. Oh, the toilet.
medieval and Renaissance documents. The Vatican was a key player in the intellectual and religious movements of the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. The archives.
Nothing. Nothing. Nope. Carry on. Like, was it, or weren't they kind of partially responsible for the Dark Ages in the first place?
Probably.
I mean, yeah.
Dicks. Anyways.
The archives house decrees, council records, and theological debates from this period. The papal bull Unum Sanctum, 1302, issued by Pope Boniface, or do you know how you're supposed to pronounce that?
Boniface.
I didn't think you said it that way.
I was like,
You broke my brain a little
Say
bit.
boner face.
Boniface.
Yeah, Boniface.
Yeah.
Boniface.
Boniface.
I knew how to pronounce it before this, I swear. But you just completely wiped it out of my brain. Wow.
It's Italian, so it's probably like Boniface or something.
I was thinking like Bonifaci or something,
Yeah.
but there's no I in it.
Boniface. What does that mean? Boner face.
I mean, you got a dick for a nose. Oh, go. So Pope,
Complete turd. Carry on.
so Pope Boniface the Eighth.
That's what everyone called him behind his back.
They hope he didn't turn around. This decree claimed that the Pope held supreme authority over all rulers, leading to conflicts with European monarchs. Council of Constance records, 1414 to 1418. These documents record the council that ended the Western Schism, where three rival claimants to the papacy
All these words are great.
were deposed, and a new Pope, Martin the Fifth, was elected. Ah, yes, the papacy of the great boner face.
And schism.
Schism. The schism is very interesting. But correspondence with Renaissance artists, letters from figures such as Michelangelo, not the rest of the Ninja Turtles, but who was commissioned.
And that's very unfortunate.
Who was commissioned by the Vatican for works like the Sistine Chapel ceiling, offer insights into the church's role in funding the arts. Scientific controversies. These ones were kind of fun. Galileo's trial records, 1633. The Roman Inquisition's transcripts detail Galileo's trial for heresy after advocating heliocentrism.
Yeah.
Meaning the sun is the
Center of the universe, right?
The solar system.
Well, yeah. Well,
not the universe,
our solar,
sorry.
Yeah.
our
solar
solar
system.
system,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
And us orbiting around it rather than it moving around us.
Right.
The writings of Giordano Bruno, 1600. Bruno was burnt at the stake for proposing an infinite universe and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Again, 1600.
Man, back then, me and DJ would have been burned so fast.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, because both of us would have just been sitting in the town square like aliens.
I was
Yeah.
kind
Well,
of.
you would have called
Yeah,
him
that's-
boner face first and foremost. That would have done
As
it.
soon as it said his name, I would have been like, I wouldn't have been able to fucking control.
We're just like sitting in a haystack, and he comes up and he's like, "You kids talking about extraterrestrial life?" And we're like, "What's it to you, boner face?" And then we get burned.
You talking about aliens? Does boner face shrink when it gets cold? Does the Pope shedding the one time? Come on. I was actually surprised. I had never heard of this guy, Giordano Bruno. I'd never
The only
heard of
reason
him.
why I've ever heard of him was because I watched what's that damn show called with Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Like his own show.
Yeah, it was Carl Sagan had the original, then he remade it, made it newer.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. It's like it's a.
I haven't watched it in forever.
Isn't it Cosmos?
Cosmos.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the first season of the Cosmos. I think the first and second episode they go over all of this.
Okay. I was gonna say I thought it was like the most basic.
Yeah, it's Cosmos. You got it.
Yeah. Word and those are the ones that get you.
Yep.
Every
It's been a
freaking
while
time.
since I've watched this, so yeah, my brain is completely 86 to that one. But yeah, I think like the first or second episode, he actually goes over those both of those guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just, I was surprised to never hear of them.
Watch the show; it's good stuff.
I'll have to. And then Vatican's response to Darwinism, 19th century. Letters reveal how Pope Pius IX and later popes reacted to Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, initially rejecting it before gradually allowing room for theological interpretation.
Is the term pious named after the Pope, or is the Pope named after the term?
The term has an O in it.
Oh, it's spelled differently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what, Pious, and this is Pius.
It's like,
But I
what
think,
a coinkydink, you know?
but I think he's named after the word. If I had to guess,
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
I
Because
can look it up.
it seems
Maybe.
like something that they would do.
yeah, maybe.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah,
I guess there is one that was named Pope Innocent.
that's true.
There's a third one too. That's a.
Do the popes get to pick their own names, or do they get picked for them?
I don't know. I mean, because we never
'Cause,
really,
like,
we
can
never.
you imagine if Pope Innocent picked his own name?
I mean, we never
He's like, I would like to be Pope Innocent.
because we never really had like a nicknamed Pope in our time.
The answer to the pious question, the Pope is named after the word.
Okay.
The word came
Okay.
first.
Okay, the word came
Okay.
first. I think, well, but the Pope that's like current, he has a name that's not his like born name.
Yeah, they all
like
changed. Their
given
names
to
are
him.
all.
But
But
are-
it's just
yeah.
not. It's not like a cutesy nickname.
Also, popes do choose their own names.
Oh, okay.
So Pope Innocent was super hiding something.
That's not as fun.
The Catholic Church hiding something.
Yeah. I would never.
I
I
feel
would
like
never suggest such a thing.
I feel like our generation has gone through an inordinate amount of popes.
I have the story I'm going to tell later is going to shoot a hole clean through that.
Well, you know,
Just
'cause-
putting that out there.
well, you figure we got used to how long John Paul II
Sure.
was around, you know, from like our childhood and everything, and
Yeah, he
then,
was around for a while.
you know, and that kind of sets the tone for what you expect came before.
Sure.
And then it's just been Pope.
Well, I mean, they're not young people.
No, not at all. But still, like, I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of turnover than compared to what we grew up with.
Oh yeah, compared to what we grew with, yes.
Yeah.
But in history of popes, definitely not.
a lot
I
of
have.
turnover.
No, I mean
I have a story
it's a
to tell.
long tradition, so there's going to be turnover.
I
But
love
yeah,
how you're calling it turnover, like it's just a job they hated, and they're like, "Ugh, I gotta get out of here, man.
well, one of them did. Which one? I don't remember which one that was. I think it was the one before Benedict,
Yeah,
where he resigned. So anyway,
it's just like a shit job that you have to do for a little while.
I hate this glass ass car.
it's so hot in the sun. This robe.
Right, these robes.
This hat is so heavy.
They don't tell
My
you
neck
about
hurts.
it. They don't tell
It's
you about your neck.
You don't get any of the. You don't get any of the beautiful people. It's all these sick ones touching you. All the good-looking people are at the beach. People are coughing on me.
I don't know why this. Imagine like him having a Jewish accent this entire time, like a really, really heavy Jewish
He
accent.
looks like
Ah,
you
you're
have a Jewish
Snickers.
accent.
I was honestly imagining Carl from Aqua Teen as the Pope.
So we went from either what's his name from Robin Hood Men in Tights or DJ's dad.
Yeah.
Just Carl the vet. Like, there's a lot of dudes around here. Where's all the ladies?
What do you mean I can't get laid?
I'm the Pope. What are you talking about? They were all over me.
Oh, man.
Actually, the Vatican, I learned, is only 5% women. The whole, like,
I'm
Vatican
not surprised
City.
by that at all.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes in
It's
it.
a sausage
Dudes.
fest.
Well, the population is what? 4 digits?
It's tiny.
Yeah, I would say it's
tiny.
incredibly low.
And so there's like...
It's the smallest
There's
country.
like 7 women in the
Yeah,
entire...
it's the smallest country in the world, and everything. And I want to say it's in. I think the population's in the thousands, if I remember right. I saw it during this. I didn't write it down.
The population of Vatican City in 2024 is estimated to be around 500 people.
Okay,
And 5% of them are women.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of dudes.
It's a lot of dudes. That's why Pope Bonerface was so popular.
Oh man, that's just bad.
so records of the Knights Templar, the fun stuff. 1307 to 1312. The Knights Templar, a powerful medieval order of warrior monks, were accused of heresy and suppressed under pressure from King Philip IV of France.
No, I know that entire story like the back of my hand.
Yeah, we do need to do the Templar.
We do. We
At
actually
some
do
point.
the
That's
Templars. Yeah, Templars and the Hospitallers. Actually, I want to include them in that too.
Yeah. And so the 1308 parchment discovered in 2001, this Vatican document proves that Pope Clement V initially absolved the Templars of heresy, contradicting the idea that they were guilty of serious crimes. Interrogation transcripts, detailed records of the torture used to extract confessions from Templar leaders, papal bulls ordering the dissolution of the order, 1312. These official decrees, show how political pressure influenced the church's decision to disband the Templars. These records reveal how the church and European monarchs manipulated religious orders for political gain. This is just a fun one.
Never.
Yeah.
This is just a fun one. Henry VIII's annulment request in the English Reformation.
Damn.
The Vatican archives provide a detailed record of King Henry VIII's request for an annulment, which was denied and led to the formation of the Church of England.
Yep.
And, Henry VIII's letter to Pope Clement VII, 1527. In this letter, Henry requests permission to divorce Catherine of Aragon, arguing that their marriage was invalid. The Pope's official refusal, 1530s, Clement VII's, Clement VII. I wrote this all fucked up. Anyway, 7 refused to. There's too many Roman numerals. This was going to happen eventually. Clement refused to grant the annulment, leading Henry to break from the Catholic Church.
I'll get my own Pope.
I like what Robin Williams said in his and I say this all about that Broadway show all the time, but I am the fucking Pope now.
Yeah.
I love those.
I love that one. Excommunication of Elizabeth I, 1570. This papal bull, Regnans and Excelsius, formally excommunicated Queen Elizabeth I, deepening the divide between England and Rome. Oh boy. Don't edit.
Nope.
Did you know that in England, if you want to buy an eighth of weed, you would call it a Henry?
That's adorable.
What is the etymology
that is the
of
cutest
that?
thing I've ever
Henry
heard.
VIII.
I love that.
Oh.
That's so fun. They're so fun over there.
Ben's non-drug using brain trying to figure that.
Ben's like, what?
Well, he was
What does that
he was
mean?
filling with his tablet. I'm like, I have something to fill this blank spot of conversation. Actually,
Yeah.
fun fact.
I wasn't focused on the measurement and the
the eighth part. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
That's so cute, though.
Good times.
And then World War II and the Vatican's role. The Vatican archives house highly sensitive records related to Pope Pius the XII's actions during World War II. And this is just what we know so far and what they've actually shown. But secret communications between Pius the 12th, and there's also too many.
There's those damn Roman numerals again.
Well, there's also too many repeat names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nazi officials, these reveal the Vatican's efforts to maintain neutrality while trying to protect Catholics and Jews.
They maintain neutrality while taking all the gold from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they also, wasn't there a rumor going around that they also helped Nazis escape?
Not even a fucking rumor.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
basically
there's
That's
a-
not. Remember, I have that subject separate on our list
Fair enough.
because that's a whole other thing.
That's like what I kept running into that when I was doing research, and I'm like, that's a whole thing. That's for another day.
It's the most like well documented recent thing, but also you didn't have to go there to find out about it.
Yeah.
You know, there were enough people leaving for Argentina and Spain and everything else that word of mouth took care of it. Anyway, getting heated.
It's warm up here, man.
It is.
I'm like just getting to be at a comfortable heat level right now.
That is so weird.
I'm just now not frozen to death.
So, and then this is the duality part. So you do have reports on Vatican efforts to shelter Jews. Evidence that some Vatican institutions secretly harbor Jews during fleeing the Holocaust. But then after the rat lines, documents suggest that some church officials helped Nazi war criminals escape to South America. So it's kind of a coin toss.
Yeah, okay.
And that's I got other stuff, but that's the interesting
The
stuff.
gist of it?
The interesting stuff.
Vatican in a nutshell.
Other than the goings on there and how that all works.
Boring stuff.
Well, I mean, there's interesting stuff in the fact that they're in the middle of digitizing everything.
That's fucking weird, man.
And
That is weird.
Well,
Can you imagine like cardinals walking around with like a tablet?
yeah. Well, it's
I just imagine like the poor one IT guy that works for the Vatican.
God.
well, they're about they're like about 1% through it, and that counts for about a century's worth of
Yeah.
documents.
It's gonna take them.
Like,
it's
a long time.
gonna take
Instead of
them.
the
We'll be long dead by the time they're
very
finished with
much
it.
Instead
so.
of the Pope having like a big giant Bible in front of him on his podium, he's just got like an iPad. And he's like, hang on, I need to
Just get AirPods in.
I need to get
No,
to
right?
Ecclesiastes.
Dude, again, that poor IT guy.
Yeah.
Because really, it's the church. They're going to be cheap about it. They're going to hire
Oh
one.
yeah, for sure.
Did you turn your Bible off and turn it back on again? But yeah, I mean, they're basically what the main thing is they're fireproofing it. Is what they're
That's
after.
probably a good idea.
I mean, it's about damn time.
They're
But I mean,
fireproofing and time-proofing it, because what I actually did find was there is a lot of the inks that were used back in the day were some sort of, I should have written it down, but some sort of lead acidic
yeah.
kind of ink, and it will eventually destroy the parchment that it's on, which again is most of that is animal fibers.
Right.
And so simultaneously, while they're digitizing, you have these other ones over here that are deacidifying, or however you're supposed to say it. I don't know, but sure, let's go with that.
Yeah.
The documents to basically buy time, and everything, basically taking the bite out of that ink.
I can't wait until that one guy fucks up and accidentally uploads all the Vatican secrets to the cloud.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna hack into that shit.
Well, see, that was my first thought when he first said they were.
It's going to be hackable.
I didn't know they were digitizing, because right when you said that, my first thought I was like, I cannot wait until somebody hacks that shit.
Yeah.
Because that's the first thing people are going to do.
Exactly, and I would support them 100%.
Yeah.
This would be great.
Yep.
They're gonna put it on like League of Legends or something, or wherever those military secrets
Fatty leaks.
keep ending up. You know what I'm talking about?
It could be on RuneScape.
Yeah. Whatever that guy in the Navy just went to jail for. It was like League of Legends or some, one of those
Fucking
games.
World of Warcraft or something like that.
Something.
I didn't hear about that, but I can 100% believe that.
Well, he's not the first one to do it, or
Yeah.
on that game platform,
It's probably LOL. It's
Yeah.
probably League of Legends.
and whatnot. To
Which
the
is
point
bad because most of overseas plays that game.
yeah.
That's bad. Good times.
Yeah, but
Good
yeah,
for them.
other than that, the only thing I have There's like a vision of Mary in here somewhere that they documented.
Yeah, that's the thing that I have.
Oh, then I'm not even going to touch it.
Sure, yeah.
Go ahead, B. You got it.
I don't want to take anything from anybody
No,
I talked
that's
long
okay.
enough.
Yeah, well, okay, so this is called The Three Secrets of Fatima, which is pretty cool. So it's a set of visions and prophecies that these three Portuguese little, like, shepherd children saw. Lucia dos Santos, Francisco Marto, and Jacinta Marto. They claimed to receive visions from the Virgin Mary in 1917 in Fatima, Portugal. The apparitions became like one of the most famous Catholic events in history, and the secrets were like two of them were revealed right away, and then the third one was like not revealed for a long time. They were kind of revealed in stages by the Catholic Church. The first secret was seen by Lucia. She described seeing hell. It's like seeing a vision of hell. You know, this little child, this tiny little shepherd child, was like, "Oh yeah, I saw hell."
Soon we will all be clean, mother.
No.
She described seeing a vision of hell with souls suffering in a vast sea of fire. The point of that, according to her, was that the Virgin Mary was telling them that if like people didn't turn their devotion to God, then everybody was going to go to hell. Whatever. You know, basically.
The usual.
The usual, yeah.
And you know it's real because it's not a water stain on the side of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Where she's usually seen.
Or,
of toast.
Yeah, or a piece of toast. The second secret was a prediction of World War II and the rise of communism. So that was kind of interesting.
That's more terrifying than hell.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah,
Very, very much so. Bread lines?
it was like a warning that if people didn't stop offending God, a more devastating war would follow World War I. Basically, it predicted the rise of communist Russia, the persecution of Christians. The Virgin Mary supposedly asked for the consecration of Russia to her Immaculate Heart, saying that if this was done, Russia would be converted and peace would follow. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah, it was the other guy with the mustache.
Yeah. And then the third
That's the
secret,
first thing he did.
the little girl who like,
Was down with the churches.
Pretty much. It pretty much was. Like,
All those weird crosses, get rid of them.
yeah. The third secret was basically like the little girl that saw the vision was like, y'all ain't ready for this shit. Like, you're not gonna understand it. Like, the world is not ready for this jelly. Like, I can't tell you right now.
oh my God.
And everybody was like, what do you mean you can't tell us? Because
That
these
song
other
just sounds stuck in my head and I hate you for it. Like,
I was just imagine the Virgin Mary coming back in another 100 years and the slang she's going to have to adopt to talk to that generation.
Yep. So
No cap. Ohio.
she wrote it in like a letter and then sealed the envelope and gave it to like the Pope or whatever. And then it was revealed by the Vatican in the year 2000. And it described a vision. And like, I guess the reason that the Vatican didn't reveal it for like a really long time was because they thought it would like stir up chaos and people would freak out and whatever. But it described a vision of a bishop dressed in white, believed to symbolize the Pope, being killed by soldiers, along with many other clergy members and lay people. The vision was later interpreted by the Vatican as a prophecy of the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981. So they were like, don't worry about it. It already happened. This was the vision, but it already happened, so it's okay.
Can't happen again.
Well,
You only get one.
The bulletproof car.
yeah. But like a lot of people are like calling bullshit on that. They're like, is that really what the vision says? Or are you just like fucking with us? Or are you just making shit up? Because like, I don't know, for whatever reason, people think that that was not the actual vision, that the actual vision like hasn't been revealed by the Vatican.
I can see that.
Hanging out in the archives somewhere.
100%.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like apocalyptic or something. I don't know.
Oh, sure.
I mean, the first vision was hell. Come on. Where are you going to go from there?
Yeah, right out the gate.
Hell,
You
World
know.
War II,
Hell and then communism?
hell, and then communism.
The Virgin Mary just appearing from the ether. Children gather.
But then, like, the third one,
I don't do good fake German.
It was really bad, dude.
It was.
but yeah, like the first two prophecies were like these big, massive events, and then the last one was like, oh, somebody's going to try to kill this guy, but, they're going to fail. And then they kept that one the secret.
Fucking-
That one was the secret for a long
Right.
time.
Oh, I hate that.
No, I don't believe that. I think that's bullshit. Yeah. I think it's like still there somewhere.
This guy's trying to keep the hype up,
Yep.
trying to keep it alive. You know, how do we get the young kids into the Vatican?
Yeah.
Oh no! It's
Not what I mean.
No, DJ, no.
Yeah, we gotta
Hope
keep
innocent.
We gotta keep the young kids out of the Vatican, DJ.
Hope innocent.
Jeez, that's gonna fucking turn.
It was good. We made it a surprising.
Probably a long time,
A
actually. That's
surprising-
actually pretty
I was
good.
waiting for that to come up. I was waiting for it.
It didn't happen so naturally.
It did.
Good
It
stuff.
did.
It did.
Dude, what you got, man? What you got for us?
Okay, I got some fun ones.
I hope.
Yeah, gotta bounce back from that one.
Yeah. Wait, let me pull up all my fun stuff because I fucking lost it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, you threw me for a fucking a curveball, right
Dude,
there.
look, man, you with the
I mean, you're the one
with
talking about getting kids.
Right,
You are
gotta
the
try to get the kids to the Vatican, dude. Like, all right.
You are the curveball.
I didn't
Asked
do
for
that.
one.
This one is straight from the Vatican's website where you can buy their tickets. They have this little section that's like all the dark secrets of the fucking Vatican.
Oh, there's a link for that now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So they
pretty
really
crazy.
are trying to get the kids into the Vatican.
Yeah, literally.
Oh no, not again.
The
They're like,
chief,
we have a souvenir shop.
Not again.
There's a surprising amount of room in our storage.
Oh
Get
Send the
a, get a
tickets.
Pope action figure.
now,
God.
I'm surprised it was
Yes.
With Kung Fu grip.
No. No.
God damn it.
Gonna get banned.
I gotta go.
Take me with you.
Continue, DJ.
Yeah, me and Aaron are leaving.
All right.
The chief exorcist of the Vatican has performed over 100,000 exorcists. They made movies about him. Father Gabriel Amorth, he's a lay priest, served over 60 years in the Vatican, who's believed to perform about 160,000 exorcists.
Exorcism.
Is that
Exorcisms.
is that the
How
new
old is
movie that
Dino?
Russell Crowe was in?
Yes, yeah.
I really
That's
wanted
him.
to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good actually.
Is it?
I love the Exorcist series,
Okay.
but I love horror shit that like seems like it could be real.
I like that
Yeah.
too.
You
That's
know.
the kind that I like.
I like more human horror than like
Yeah,
creature
exactly.
flicks. I think it's scarier.
Now this was a cool fact I didn't know that they actually hold a workshop for priests that they invite annually. They invite 250 priests out once a year to do a workshop to basically learn how to do exorcisms or be accepted to be,
To be
like
a
one of the
fly
priests.
on that wall.
Yeah.
like
know.
he's going to exorcism
I
camp.
mean, we're both ordained. Can we just go?
I don't think we're ordained in the right church.
We'll circle back to this.
Get
Yeah.
ordained in the Catholic Church and then go to exorcism camp. I want a full
We'll
report.
we'll call you back.
I really like women.
Now you were mentioning the Vatican digitizing everything. The Vatican has its own bank that is involved in a fuckload of scandals.
Yep.
course
Back to the
it
Nazi
is.
gold thing.
Of course it is.
Back to the gold that the Nazis stole from the Jewish people.
It's called
It's
the,
literally propped up by Jewish people that are no longer with us.
Go listen to our episode about it because it's
Yeah.
incredible.
The last
Yeah.
30 minutes, to be specific.
it's called the Institute for the Works of Religion, the IOR.
That sounds like a cult.
That super sounds like a
Yeah,
cult.
allegedly involved in receiving church tax from Hitler.
The name of that church is like the bank is like the we don't do anything wrong. We just love the Lord church.
This is a Sunshine and Puppy Bank.
Yeah, exactly.
A substantial amount of money was paid to the IOR over the years, cannot be tracked by Western banks. The IOR was used to store billions of dollars, the details which have never been publicly revealed.
Cool.
Yeah, because we know that it came from gold they stole from the Jewish people.
Yeah.
This is another cool one. It's called the Apostolic
It's hard, ain't
Penitentiary.
it?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's fucking
The
hard.
Apostolic Penitentiary.
Okay.
This is why they took so long to convert their Bibles to fucking English.
Sounds like a sex thing.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't an actual prison, but this is basically a tribunal that they hold to call for the most heinous crimes in the Vatican.
So there's a bunch of dust in that courtroom.
That's the next one I'm going to get to, which is actually really hilarious.
I'm so
God.
concerned. Proceed, good sir.
Now, the examples of why you might be held on this tribune might be including attempt assassination of the Pope, exposing secrets of the Vatican. And these are things you might be held to an actual tribune where they will determine if you're going to see some type of punishment or excommunicado.
I'm just imagining one of the bishops Caesaring the Pope.
And 2 innocents.
Now, this is one of my favorite ones. In 897 AD, the Catholic Church put a dead man on trial.
That's my thing.
That's Aaron's thing.
You got one?
Okay. I have that whole story.
Push it over.
We'll save that one. Yeah,
Yep.
I won't do that one. That one was fucking.
Yep,
it's
hilarious.
amazing.
Yep. Yep, that's what I saw. Like, I have to write this down. Like, this is the one. This is it.
What was another one right here? Oh yeah, the Vatican has the most sales in wine than any other country.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah, they drink. Each person drinks like
That I believe.
5 liters of wine a day or some crazy shit.
I mean, it's a bunch
Not
of
exactly that.
A lot of wine and no women.
Yeah.
I was saying all the blessing. I mean that one just makes sense.
Not only
Like I can track that one.
not only do they drink the most wine, they have a reputation for having the worst wine.
Oh shit.
That I believe too.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Which is like just
You-
another,
So yeah,
you know.
bad wine and no
Shitty
women.
Do you have the porn collection on there?
Oh,
Yeah, so that's
I was
one.
waiting for DJ to cover that.
Yeah,
Not to skip ahead on you. I just wanted to.
I was like, DJ's
Yeah.
gonna find
I was
the
eager to know.
No, I didn't look too much into that, but yes, they are.
Yeah,
rumored.
neither did they.
That's-
But continue.
Bad wine and a lot of porn. No women.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Fuck, where is it at? Yeah. Allegedly, it has the largest pornography collection of the world. The Copenhagen's Museum of Erotica confirms these speculations, in addition to writings by the National Review founder William Buckley Jr. So yeah, they have the largest porn collection.
I feel
So
like that,
bad wine, a lot of porn, no women.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the Vatican.
Yep.
That's
a lot of stuff going on there.
A real bad
Oh,
party.
and the Sistine Chapel.
yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Some
real-
artwork. Yeah, that's neat.
It's a real bad party.
That's neat. Well, my bad. You said there was 5% women there. 5% of 500, it's 25.
Yeah.
Sweet. Anyways, so yeah, that's just a bad time,
Yeah, I feel really bad for those women.
right? And like one of those women is an IT person.
Yeah.
That's it.
She's the IT guy.
She's the porn curator.
Yeah. Oh God.
Man. She runs the gift shop.
Now we've figured out what. Now we got to figure out the other 22 what they're doing.
The Vatican porn shop.
All right, 21 left
The
narrowing it
adult,
down.
the adult section of the video store.
with the curtain.
Now I don't know if you have this one, but this
It's
one.
just rosary.
So it's a beaded curtain.
It's a beaded rosary curtain.
Jeez.
You have to say 50 Hail Marys before you go in
Oh
there.
God.
I have a rosary laid around here somewhere if needed.
I have one in my purse.
Nice.
Now this last
Very
one.
Hispanic of you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you have anything on this about pirates attacking the Vatican.
No, I literally have the whole story
I-
about the dead Pope. That's, I have the
skipped
whole
over
story of that. But yes, the Pirates, go ahead.
Pirates of Seneca or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Not as good of a movie.
In the year 846, it says.
Why is all the wine gone?
Why is all the wine shit?
Sorry, carry on,
Sorry,
DJ.
DJ.
Yeah, they were attacked by pirates of Saudi Arabia. In the year 846, it says
Nice.
Arab raiders sailed over to Italy, disembarked their ships, and stole a bunch of European jobs and plundered the
They
port
took our
cities.
jibs.
I was just saying,
You're here for our job.
I was getting ready to say they saw there were no women and went home. This wine is shit. There ain't a woman around. Let's go. This is a whole new kind of desert, boys.
That's why everybody leaves them alone.
Right, there's nothing there, right?
Fuck, where was I at?
Pirates.
Yeah, they went to the port city of Ostia before advancing to Rome's Aurelian walls. There's no evidence to suggest that they tried to force their way into the city, but they do know that they plundered St. Peter's and St. Paul's. How do you say that? Basilica outside the walls, looting treasures, including the Golden Cross, and smashing St. Peter's tomb.
Damn.
That was just like, they were like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Not cool.
They just did that out of spite.
Not
Back to
cool.
no women thing. Like, back to no women.
They sent like one guy into the city to go see if it was worth it, and he came back out and he's like, they showed me the porn museum. He's like,
It's all stick
we
figures.
don't want that place. We're gonna leave this one alone.
It's all stick figures and body hair.
Now,
God.
I don't know what the Roman numeral. What's the 1 and then the V? What's that?
Four.
Okay, it says Pope Leo the Fourth's response to this was to build a wall to protect St. Peter's, completed in 1852, which was
Did he make the pirates
a little
whistle
late.
it?
That's a long time.
He did it.
That is a long time after that.
Fucking 6 years afterwards he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
which was a little late, but better late than never, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's still bad.
And he made the pirates pay for it.
Oh,
He
God.
made them build.
Yeah, they're going to pay for it.
We're gonna build a wall, and the
They're
pirates are
gonna
gonna pay for it.
Jeez, what a world to be in.
Hell yeah. Yeah, those are the ones you got.
Okay, I'll tell the story about this. The dead pope. I'll round us off with this
Now's
thing.
the good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we got all the business out of the way first, and now we got the ridiculous shit. So yeah, the cadaver synod, or the cadaver trial, if you want to be in English. 18, or I'm sorry, we keep want to say 18 for this. It's not 8.
Yeah, that's
97.
Yeah.
It's a
Jeez.
numbers heavy episode.
A lot of numbers. Yeah,
Between all the
a lot
Roman
of numbers, a lot of
numerals,
names.
all the years.
All right, so this is Pope Formosus. Pope Formosus had been dead for 9 months when Pope Stephen VI, his successor actually, wanted to take him to trial for perjury. So this dude had been dead, as I said, for 9 months. His successor was like, man, no, fuck that dude. Dig him up.
Dig him up! I don't give a shit. Dig him up!
Dig his ass
There's
up.
something interesting about the name Pope Stephen.
Yeah, Pope Stephen.
in the 800 years.
That is really funny.
Yep, I agree with that. This
Like
so
Pope Roger or something. Like such a normal name.
Yeah.
for a
Yeah, right.
pope.
Pope Ralph.
Yeah.
So
Pope
actually,
Kyle.
we're talking about before about like how like we've gone through a lot of popes. They went through a lot of popes.
Yeah.
So between the years of 872 and 965, 20 popes have been appointed. In between the years of 896 and 904, there was a new pope every year.
That's a lot of papal monopoly.
That is a pope.
I don't even know what I meant. Those are just the words that came to
That's
my
a
mind.
lot going on there. All right, so our boy from Formosus was a bishop of Porto Santa Rufina originally. So he was a bishop there, doing his thing, archbishop, blah, 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 doing his job. He was cool. The thing is, the people of Bulgaria also wanted him to be the archbishop there. So he'd be the archbishop of two different countries. The issue is there was a law that said, the law within the church said he can only be an archbishop of one. They didn't want him to gain too much power. Essentially, they wanted the bishops to start gaining power over multiple countries, because then they could pretty much overthrow anybody they wanted to if they had that much power. They didn't want that. So they're like, dude, no, you can't have both. Stay where you're at. At the time, they also said Pope John VIII had accused him of corrupting the minds of the people of Bulgaria. That's why they were demanding him to be their pope. It's like, dude, you're messing with people's minds. You're a bad person. You suck. Stop it.
I don't know why, but the fact that it's Eastern Europe just makes it funny.
It helps the story a lot.
I don't know why.
It helps the story a lot.
You're corrupting the Bulgarians. What is wrong with you? They've been through enough. They're Bulgars.
Honestly. Pope the Pope at the time was John VIII. He took him to trial, and this is when our buddy Formosus was excommunicated. So like you were got talking about earlier with the where they have like a special tribunal for like the horrible, heinous crimes. That's essentially what happened to this dude. They're like, this guy is corrupting the people. He needs to be taken to trial. They took him to trial in a bunch of like pretty much a board of other bishops to then judge him.
Yeah,
and
the apostolic penitentiary. Fuck, it's so hard.
It's so funny how you emphasize the lick so hard.
I don't know why.
You know what I keep thinking about too, just because it's you, is fucking Robin Hood Men in Tights when he says succinctly, he goes, "Suck what?"
Exactly.
Every time you do it, I think it's
that's the same vibes. That's
Exactly.
going on right now.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So Formosus was obviously there to defend himself. He ended up, there's two different stories. There's one story that said he wasn't there at all. There's another story that said he was there and that he begged to not be excommunicated. He said that he would become a layman and that he would step down from being the archbishop and just become a layman. And also that he would never step foot in Rome again. Was his other part. So for those that don't know, a layman is, to put it in layman's terms, anyways, so a layman is a member of the clergy. I'm sorry. A layman is a member of the congregation, not a member of the clergy. Mm-hmm. So you lose all of your status, all of your power at the time. You are no longer part of the church. You are just a person that goes to the church. So you lose all that. You can still go to church though if you want to. After that, sure. Anyways. So after Pope John VIII died, Formosus went back to being a bishop. So he was excommunicated from the church. And he's like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this. This sucks. I'm going back to being a bishop. So he does. He goes back to being a bishop. And he's bishop back where he was originally in Porto Santa Rufina. So after he went back to being a bishop, he was actually elected to be the Pope in 1891. So obviously there's a problem here. This dude went from being excommunicated to being a bishop again, which he should never be able to do, to then being a Pope, which should never have happened. After he became the Pope, he also crowned Lambert of Spoleto, sure, co-ruler of the Holy Roman Empire in 892. So,
Gabagool.
Indeed. So back then, you had the Pope. I think the Pope and the other ruler shared power, if my memory serves.
The circular.
Yeah, it was like a whole thing. It's been a while. I should have written it down.
One crowns the other, and it's like a circular power divide.
Yeah, because they're even. They're not.
And it also depends. It also depends what area you're talking and which countries, and
that's also true. I think England told him to fuck himself. At some point,
multiple times.
Yeah.
And then France had its own thing, and
that's true as well.
It's a whole fucking thing.
I did not write that down, and I'm not diving into it
again
because I barely remember it.
And it also depends when.
Also true again.
Yeah.
So yeah, not diving into that. Just know that he shared power. The Pope was sharing power with another person. So the reason why he did this was because the prior Pope, John VIII, had crowned Lambert's father, the ruler prior to him. So he pretty much wanted to make sure he was afraid of the power. He was afraid of his dad. Essentially, he's like, "Dude, I'm going to give you this seat because your dad scares me, and we need to have peace." So, also his dad's name was Guy the Third. So that's the thing.
Pope Steve, Guy the Third.
Guy the Third. You know, it's fine.
Hey,
Worst name.
Fella the Ninth.
That Guy the Fifth.
Lady 2.
Guy times 3.
Pope Jimmy.
Good times. So, after he gave,
We're one pope away from a Brooklyn accent.
Jeez. After he gave Lambert the co-emperor's seat, he also did fear his power. So what he did was he invited, I cannot read. A guy by the name of Arnulf, whatever. Anyways,
Sounds very not Italian.
it was not
Sounds Egyptian.
Carl Hanian. It was Carl Hanian. Arnulf, whatever. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
it's a lot of work.
Sounds like you're having a stroke.
Kind of was.
DJ, say apostolic again.
Help me.
Apostolix.
Oh my god. You remember the Catholic gift shop we were talking about? That's the candy store.
Apostolix.
That's the ice cream.
Sensational.
That's the ice cream shop.
Their ice probably sucks too.
How many
I'm sure.
How many links does it take to get
It's like
to the center?
it's like
We don't want them to
flavored.
answer that.
No, wait.
We don't
Only
want that
vanilla.
answer. Don't want that answer.
That's it.
Vanilla and guilt flavored.
Right.
It all tastes like wafers.
Jeez.
Except for the one that tastes like shitty wine.
So anyway, fearing the power that he gave to Lambert, he invited Arnulf to come and invade the country for the crown. So Arnulf army invaded, tried to take the crown. Did not work. The invasion failed. Guy III, the father of Lambert, died. So he invited Arnulf again to invade. He's like, dude, that guy's dead. You could probably invade about now and take the crown. He did. So this dude essentially again was excommunicated. Well, he was claimed to have brainwashed people, excommunicated, became a bishop again, and then became the pope. A lot of things you're not supposed to do. And then he's told somebody, hey, invade this country, take the crown for yourself. That's a pretty good idea, right? And so he did all that. So
He kind of Monte Cristo'd him.
kind of did, actually.
A little bit.
So Arnulf invaded again, takes over the crown. Shortly after that, Arnulf and Formosus die. They both die shortly one after another, because that's just something that was happening back then. Our boy Boniface.
Hell
Who
yeah.
you talking to?
Boniface.
I wish we had video right
He's
now.
just like, look, I can't fucking see shit.
Have you met my brothers, Dill and Dope?
So Boniface VI succeeded him, but then died a few weeks afterward. So again, that's why I said it. Like, there was a pope in the middle of this. The guy who put him on trial and Formosus. So yeah, Pope Boniface VI succeeded him, died a few weeks later. Sure. Pope Stephen VI. This is when he comes in.
Stevie. Stevie.
Stephen VI becomes.
Pope Steve.
This is Pope Steve-O. Welcome to Jackass.
Pope Steve.
It reminded me of like when you have a youth pastor. It's like, just call me Pastor Steve.
Call me Pastor Steve.
That's yeah.
Or like a guy named Steve walks in the bar and all the dudes are like, the man, the myth, the legend, Steve. It's just Steve.
My dad's gonna love this episode. My dad's name's Steve.
Oh man, good stuff.
I'm gonna message him tonight. What's up, Pope? And give him no context.
Yep.
Pope Steve.
All right, so Pope Stephen VI becomes the Pope, and the trial happens. We're back in 897. His corpse is exhumed and put on trial.
Because why?
I love that so much.
They couldn't just like do it like whatever symbolically. They had
No.
to dig his
There's
ass
no-
out.
And I have more story as to why they did this.
There's no cable. What
Yeah,
else?
like-
They have nothing else to do.
So he was dead for 9 months, mind you. So it started.
Oh,
he was
God.
in there. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, did nobody try to tell him to like, sir, it's been, I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck.
Yeah.
Of the Pope.
I don't care if it's been 9 years.
Right.
Dig him up.
He's not laying down on my time.
So he dug him up, put him in a chair. Obviously,
Put him in a chair.
and put him on. It sounds like
this.
It sounds like he was on a throne. Honestly, it sounds like he
I'm
put him
just
on like.
imagining
The
like
guy's trying to set him up, just like, set this fucking
I'm
arms.
just imagining like one of those like skeletons, like the biology skeleton. And he's got like the outfit on, and they're just trying to like prop him up with like a goblet of wine in the chair.
Yeah, shit's falling
bad
off.
wine.
Dude. Like,
It's just papal weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
At this point, yes.
you're 9 months. There's probably still some flesh on there.
There's
right?
probably
I'm
on the bones.
sure.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure.
probably.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
gotta
lot.
be
Probably. So put him on trial.
And you know he's like slowly sinking.
It reminds me of How High when they were trying to fucking smoke the dead people's fucking.
Yes.
They were digging up the dead people and trying to smoke their fucking bones.
Yep. Good stuff. So he's on trial. A deacon is appointed to answer for him. So he's supposed to speak through this corpse here. And he was accused of.
It's like having Miss Cleo stand trial for you.
It's like you tell the guy, it's like, you're going to be the voice of the dead guy.
Like, what?
And he's like, what?
Hey, what?
He's like, look it, I'm not fucking talking to a dead guy, all right? So you're going to be the fucking...
Either you do this or you go in the box.
So he was accused of transmigration, and which was a violation of the canon law. He was also accused of perjury, of acting as a bishop while he was a layman.
Dying without a permit.
Apparently so. And he was also, of course, found guilty of these things.
Did they kill the guy who was like the voice of him? Like that's
He wore white after Labor Day.
Well, he was he was buried in his papal vestments.
Right.
Did he get a lawyer?
He needed one because of what they did to him after this. So, his corpse was stripped of his papal vestments. So they took the clothes off the dead dude.
they dressed him.
No, he was already dressed.
Oh,
he was buried in it.
He was buried in it.
He was buried in it.
Okay.
So yeah, so they stripped him
He
of his
was
vestments,
buried court ready.
and they threw him into a commoner's grave. So there was two ways I saw this. They said either he was thrown into a commoner's grave, or he was thrown into a grave that was meant for foreigners, or a graveyard meant for foreigners.
Damn.
One of the two, maybe both. Who knows? That's just a whatever. Then they dug him up again.
What?
Maybe that's why I was remembering the do-over.
What do you mean they dug him up again?
And also, I forgot one thing too. They stripped him of his papal vestments.
How much longer later did they dig him up again?
I don't have an answer for that. But all right, so they also, I forgot to say this earlier too. They stripped him of his papal vestments, and they also cut off his 3 fingers on his right hand.
What? For why?
Because that was the fingers he used to bless people. So when he do blessings, he would bless them. And
Wow.
so they cut off his 3 fingers, stripped off his clothes, threw him in the commoner's, I guess a common grave.
They probably could have just snapped him off like twigs. Like
They might have.
Even need
Who
to,
knows?
Yeah.
they
Who
just
knows?
like
I wasn't
snap
there.
and like dust
I can
comes
just-
out.
I feel like they accidentally did that, and they were like, "We should just make
No.
a cool
Yeah.
story."
We have a reason.
They like snapped one of them off as they're trying to position him in the chair.
I can hear him now, too. Do your blessings now, Pope.
He's like, you ain't blessing nobody.
They threw him in a common grave, dug him up again, tied weights to his body, and threw him in the Tiber River. Because
Okay.
That's the most Italian shit I've ever heard in my fucking life.
He's sleeping with the fishes.
First,
so
they bury him, and like
the name
I imagine
Put him
the
on
guy
trial.
was like, "All right, boss, we handled that." He's like, "Did you put him on the boat with the weights?" He's like, "No, you said to bury him with
This
the
is a Sopranos episode.
in the forest. Dig him up."
almost the same guy too.
Do it again.
The guy with the
Almost the same
shovel.
It's the same guy who's been like fucking positioning him, throwing up, like fucking for like this has probably been like 3 fucking days of this shit
Easily.
or something.
He's like just
Easily.
covered in filth, and he's got the shovel over his shoulder, and he's like, "God damn it!"
So apparently, what they would do is they would throw the worst criminals into the Tiber River. That's what they would throw in the river.
And popes.
And apparently, the Pope. So they tied weights to him, threw his body in the river. I wish I was done.
I just got an image of a papal skeleton flying through the air into the river. Just, one for the money. Jack Skellington as a fucking pope just.
But he's already like half decomposed, so he's just floating.
How they compose
He's
and
like,
probably
"Ah,
naked.
damn it, we gotta put weights on him."
That's what I mean. man.
Yep. But apparently the weights didn't work because he ended up washing up on the shore of the Tiber River.
He's got those painful superpowers.
I'm getting to that.
It just keeps coming back.
I'm getting to that actually.
What if the guy who like kept digging him up like lived on in a little house on the beach?
Oh, I'm glad that day. Man, I'm glad that day is over. Nice fresh work. What the fuck?
I have the guy from fucking Men in Tights when he comes back and all the prisoners are gone. He's like, "Oh, I'm in deep shit. I'm in real deep shit."
Oh man.
How do you explain that? Let the Pope's like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Look at it.
I don't know how to do this, man.
This wasn't on the resident.
I run the porn store. I don't know how to do this.
This wasn't in the job description. I'm supposed to clean your robes. What the fuck?
I'm just supposed to rent dirty videos to old men. I don't know.
Oh man. So he washed up on shore and on the shore of the Tiber River. And apparently, according to the people that found him, he was still performing miracles, I guess. So I tried to find what miracles he was performing.
Somebody put strings on it.
Yeah.
Those wings that buried him.
It's fucking married that in a pump.
Jeez.
And for my next string.
So the people, after finding out all of this had transpired, were pissed at Pope Stephen
Yeah.
the Sixth. And then
Formerly the cool Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's like when you actually find out what your youth pastor's been up to.
Oh my god.
jeez. So yeah, so because of the people believing that our boy Formosus was still performing miracles as a corpse, probably naked on the river, on the Tiber banks of the Tiber River, they were pissed at Pope Stephen the Sixth. And which eventually led to his downfall. Like, this is actually why Stephen the Sixth didn't have a long reign. It's because everybody hated him.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he dug up a dude.
Yeah.
You really fucked up
Twice.
this time, Stevie.
Stevie,
And
what
that's
did
the
you
story.
do?
He was already dead.
So what you're about to bring up,
Couldn't have
Deej,
just left it
He was
alone.
dead the first
that's
time.
the full story of the dead the Pope the dead Pope they put on trial.
That's amazing.
That is
Yeah,
so
I had right when I saw that, I'm like, I need to write all this down.
Yeah,
I have to talk about this.
holy shit.
The internet deserves to know this story.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't know the 3-finger thing. That's
Yeah, they just
What ultimately
Again, Italian.
happened to him?
Yeah.
What ultimately happened to
they
his
buried him
corpse?
again.
Okay.
some Italian guy is like selling. He's like, I got a fucking dead Pope inside.
He's only missing 3 fingers.
Yeah, $50. You can,
Yep.
say a prayer.
His skull is a pencil holder at an Italian porn shop.
As we speak.
This is Italian Pope corpse wax. No better than
This is the classiest corpse wax you can find.
You're gonna smell like shitty wine until the next century. I swear to God.
You remember Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah.
And they have the thing tied up at the end?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's in somebody's barn right now.
This poor fucking guy.
Every 23 years, this Pope reanimates to feed.
He's looking, he reanimates every 25 years to find his 3 fingers.
He's just in heaven. God's like, you see that? That's why I don't go down there.
In my head
Fucking
canon,
guys.
in my head canon, Adam's family thing.
Oh.
That's the Pope's hand.
Some say on a foggy night you can still see him wandering around looking for his 3 fingers.
And other nights you can hear him saying, "Let me sleep." I was dead.
I feel like the dude who handled him the most probably went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And like took his corpse
For
and
sure.
like sleeps with him. Like just has him in his house.
He has him like sitting at his kitchen table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just wearing the Pope's clothes.
Buffalo Bill style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, that's it.
Have you seen
It does the
show?
blessing or it gets the hose again.
Have you seen the show The Great yet?
I have not.
Oh my god, you have to watch this
It's-
show. Peter has like his mother's corpse like in a glass case
Oh my
because
god.
he's just like hanging on to it. He's like I couldn't bear to bury her.
Oh my god.
And like Catherine has to like say hello to the corpse.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god, you have to watch this.
That
show.
reminds
It's
me
so
of
funny.
what's that Guy Ritchie movie? The last one he came out with. It's on Netflix. It's really good.
No, it's hard to say because he's come out with so many all of a
Yeah, it's
sudden.
been quite.
Well, yeah, he got divorced from Madonna and became a good director again.
Yeah.
It's
The Gentleman?
yes, The Gentleman.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was. The TV show is also really good too.
Is it? Mm-hmm. I'll have to check that out.
But in the TV show, like, because they were talking about like, all these like rich, like really, really rich landowners essentially just came in like born into money, and it's like one of them died, and he was buried in a glass coffin, but like from the head, like the neck up, and his head is facing his house. So like you go outside the house, you just see this dude's head,
Oh my god.
decomposing, staring at his home, because the only thing he loved in his world was his castle.
God damn
That
it,
is so weird.
Yep, it's good stuff.
I'm gonna ask for some really weird shit when I die. I'm gonna be like, I want to be buried.
I want to be left
Like-
alone. Don't put me on trial.
Well, we have next week's question.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, you have to watch The Great though. It's
I do. It's been on my list for a
It
while.
is such a good show, and I'm so mad that they like canceled it so soon. Oh my gosh, this show is incredible.
Unfortunate.
Yes,
It's always the best ones, I swear.
It's one of the best, and I can't believe it got canceled. It's so good.
Well, on that note, I think we should probably end it. We're at an hour and 40 minutes on this one.
Oh shit! Really?
Went infinitely longer than we thought
No,
it probably
no
would.
surprise there.
But anyways, if you made it this far in the episode, we appreciate you giving us a listen. We started off a lot of facts and really ended very interestingly. So there's that. Hope you all made it to that. If you did, we appreciate it. Please give us a like and follow on your favorite listening devices and services. Rate us on Spotify or wherever you're listening to us at. We appreciate it. Leave us a comment too. We actually do see all the comments you all leave us. So keep doing that. It's pretty cool. See what you all think of our episodes. Give us some suggestions too. It's been a while since we've heard something from listeners. So
We love to do listener suggestions.
yeah, we usually try to knock those out first too. Whenever we get them, like we knock them out like immediately, like after that, because we don't want people to wait too long to hear what they want to hear about. So yeah, leave us some suggestions. They're pretty tight. Other than that, follow us on social media. We got some merch out there. Look at that too. That's pretty neat. And other than that, thank you all again. And y'all be cool.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.